Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
We are back with The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 15. Now we are at the summit. But you remember what happened in the last episode that I did not write the name down.
A little sequel to Pabu.
Yeah, Pabu, too.
Yeah, Crosshair is being held captive at the laboratory mountainous region.
Of the Advanced Science Division.
Yeah. It's a location that was actually mentioned in the old EU. It is kind of the new cloning facility since they destroyed Camino. Crosshair, we know how his heart's changing now. He tried to get a message out to his old crew, the Dratra Omega. Whether he's telling the truth or not, he's telling Crosshair, we'll let you go, you can have your freedom, just give us Omega. Or give us a way of finding Omega.
How would you not think a guy that looks like that wouldn't be lying to you? He looks like a slithery piece
Crosshair
of shit.
also...
Like everybody that's in Slytherin looks like a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? They all look like just assholes.
Yeah, kind of.
There aren't that many of them that don't look like they...
I'm trying to think of...
Like, maybe Sirius.
Yeah, Sirius. I don't think he looks like a piece of shit. I'm trying to think of like background characters. I can't remember. Anyways, they mentioned the summit. This episode is called The Summit. If you guys want to see the full-length, uncut reaction of the episode, just go to Patreon.
It's out there.
Well, the link is below.
The link is out there.
And below. So let's jump in.
Still on fucking Pabu, man.
Yeah.
I think this is what you're bitching about, too.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Still fucking here.
Yeah.
And you know why? It's because they create this place. They don't want to just use it for one episode.
Well, it's a base of operations now, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do we know where they're detaining Crosshair and the other clones? Negative. Their base of operations is unknown. What about their chief scientist? There's even less on Dr. Hemlock. And I was very thorough.
Dr. Hemlock.
Is a ghost. Not quite. Tarkin's compound on Iriadu. If we do a covert infiltration, we can plant a homing
Isn't that his
beacon on
homeworld?
Hemlock's ship and track him to his base.
And to Crosshair.
It won't be that simple.
I think that's his homeworld.
We'd be at a tactical disadvantage. We do not leave our own behind.
If there's a chance to get him back, we have to take it.
Definitely. What about reinforcements? Well, Rex is on a separate mission, so it's just us. A small enough team to get in and out without alerting them, but we'll need to move quickly. Well then, let's get started.
So, you were just going to leave without saying goodbye?
That is correct. Did you require a briefing?
You know, when two friends are talking, it's called a conversation. Well, don't go running off with any pirates or smugglers while you're gone.
Yes. This mission should not involve either.
That's not exactly what I was getting at. See you around, brown eyes.
But we all have brown eyes.
Yeah.
Like, the idea is that, what's her name? Sid always called him Goggles.
Yeah.
So she's seen past the goggles, looking into his eyes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
See, I can see some romantic stuff sometimes.
Governor Tarkin's been expecting you. This way.
I know.
You're late, Hemlock.
Is that Wolf?
There were matters that required my attention. How are we bypassing those cruisers? Using a clearance code Rex and I acquired from one of our contacts.
Good to have you back, Echo. Just like old times.
Transmitting clearance codes. If this doesn't work, be ready to fly out of here. It worked on Raxus.
He's all
It won't
fat
work
looking.
here. The Empire's protocols have changed since then.
Thanks to us.
No tanks and no explosions this time, Wrecker.
Fine.
The compound is heavily fortified. But there's a weak point in the rail line that we can exploit. Tech, disable the sensor. That would trigger an alert. I can temporarily disrupt the feed, but I estimate only 30 seconds for us to clear the zone before it reactivates. We must be precise.
I think they have a little silencer. Oh, was it a grenade thing or something?
I can't remember.
Detecting a malfunction in sensor 3811.
Recycle the feed. The sensor is down. Move in.
Did you tanks and blowing people up, you think you would be stabbing people.
Yeah.
Phased, widespread deployment will ensure a secure military presence across all sectors.
The galaxy is at a critical juncture. Toward that end, Dr. Hemlock, what do you have to report on your advanced science division?
The progress we are making in the field of cloning is of great importance to the Emperor.
And how long will that take? The funding you have requested, Hemlock, is quite substantial.
Science is not something you rush. And with more clone troopers being decommissioned, I have found a new purpose for them. Test subjects to aid in my research. Their cooperation is not required.
There are many in the Senate who are fighting for clone rights. If word of this gets out, it could prove detrimental to our goals.
The location and operations under my purview are far from the eyes and ears of the Senate.
Loyal to the end. Are we all willing to just dismiss them out of hand?
I also served with the clones and found them, at times, to be very unpredictable. Under Jedi leadership, they adopted a concerning level of individuality.
Straight out of the old novel.
And that guy, actually, we did see him in the Clone Wars, the guy who spoke about serving with him. We've seen him before. I can't remember who he is, but I think it's cool that they just got him.
We need to access the hangar manifest from the control room. Tech, Echo, with me. You two, hunt the homing beacon.
It's a stealth mission. Metal Gear Solid.
Copy that.
No reward is worth this.
Something's not right. Many of the surveillance systems have had cycle deactivations in various corridors. That is highly irregular, considering the number of top-ranking Imperial officers present.
It's too exposed. How are we supposed to get to it?
There's not enough cover for me, but there is for you. You think you can handle it?
Not a problem.
Good. Here, take the beacon. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, the homing beacon is secure.
Wait, there's more heading your way.
Hold still.
I wonder if you're making your rounds here, if she just stays still, if anyone would even notice her if they pass by.
Yeah, I know.
Because you just won't be looking for her.
She's zigzagging everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm pinned down.
Sir, we have a crane malfunction in the hangar. And several surveillance systems appear to be offline in Sector 4.
What? Send a squad and secure the rail line.
I do not like this. We should leave. Take.
It's a bomb.
A thermal explosive. Someone is targeting this base. One charge will not cause much damage.
Good thing we have more.
Keep an eye out.
Hell yeah, son.
What exactly is your plan here?
I'm leveling this compound, along with all the Imperials inside it.
Can't let you do that. We're tracking one of the officers. We need to find his base where clones are being imprisoned, including one of our own.
You expect me to call this off to save a few prisoners? We are trying to fight an empire.
Have you considered that by destroying this facility, you are wiping out any chance to gather intel that could help your cause?
Taking out several of their top commanders is a good start.
Well, that victory will be short-lived, as their ranks will quickly be replenished.
Maybe so. But sacrifices have to be made for the greater good.
We have to go now.
Insurgents disguised as troopers have infiltrated the compound.
Switch all communications to encoded channels and find them. We will resume momentarily. Take your seats, gentlemen. As you can see, we are perfectly safe.
That'd be very precarious. was really cool. It's great to see Saul.
Yeah, and you also got to see Krennic.
Yeah, and they chose, in his case, I'm going to make a comparison here. In his case, it's probably wise not to use cast a voice actor.
Well, actually, I think he
didn't say much. If he did say anything, I thought he just kind of...
I'm pretty sure it's Ben Mendelsohn.
Is it?
Yeah. But yeah, so it was kind of cool to see this little shadow council of some of the...
military officials.
Yeah. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It flushes out the movies a little more too as well. I know the show was just part of the universe, and I don't ever want to minimize the impact of this show or the Clone Wars and the canon. But because it's cartoon, sometimes in my mind it is a little separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
but
doesn't hold as much credence.
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, I think it should, because it's given me some of the best stuff. But I think this is really cool to imagine Tarkin here and stuff. Like imagine that actor here with Ben Mendelsohn and
Peter Cushing, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah, it's just really cool to think about. It was great to see Saw Gerrera as well. Was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get out of here. They're on that cable system, and they're stuck. So they got to find a way to get out of there. Yeah, they usually leave someone with a ship.
Yeah, they could have. They didn't. They're Gonk.
Because we don't have like a droid companion really in this, unless you count Gonk.
Yeah, and he's just kind of
a
walking trash can. He's not,
Yeah.
He ain't doing much.
Well, Gonk droids are some of my favorite droids, but...
well, they're very iconic.
It's because of the iconography of it for me.
Yeah.
Growing up, with having such reverence for the old trilogy. So to me, I'm very biased to loving,
it's the same
loving them.
Imperial probe droids.
Yeah,
droids, R2 units.
Yeah. We see Saw Gerrera. I mean, we know, and obviously we know how he... I know how he is later on. I can't remember in terms of what you've seen. I
know how he goes out in Rogue One.
You know how he goes out.
That's the end of his life.
You know how he is in Andor.
Yeah.
He has an extreme way of fighting the Empire.
Yeah.
It's because of what the Empire did to him. It's because of everything that happened with Steela, his sister. I think that's pretty cool.
He's obviously played a very big role. And he was noted because Krennic was very proud of the fact that they wiped him out.
Yeah. But now, and after this, we have one more episode, guys. Then we're starting season 3. Last season, new territory for me. This is obviously new territory for Zach anyways. You got any predictions? If you're going to have anything crazy? I mean, obviously, we've seen big players in this episode.
I don't know, because this is one of the first times really confronting Tarkin in any way. They're not even really confronting him, but they're in the same place, same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they really need to maximize a villain's presence. They brought in Krennic in this episode.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of Tarkin.
Some of those important people of the Empire are here, though. So I think actually...
Yeah. But I'm just saying, though, that, the Emperor probably knows what's going on, but I don't think he's going to show up here.
Anyways, guys, you don't want to wait for the finale and the first 3 episodes of Season 3. Check us out on Patreon. Appreciate it. Much love. We're out of here.